This is where we left off in our live session. Let me tell you how in this particular assignment, the outcome determining the strategy was very important. This was a class in Abilene. It was an online class, but it was also a class that the students were taking locally, but it transfers really well, as I think you'll see in a moment. The object or outcome of this assignment was to find areas of injustice in the local community. And there, you had to go and take a picture, upload it into the LMS, and then the class in a discussion forum would vote on which one they felt was most pertinent to address as a class, and then follow through with that. In this particular case, it was accessible parking for the local library. If you're looking at my cursor here on the right-hand side of the slide, you see this white area, which is an alleyway. The accessible parking used to be to the right, and then you would have to ambulate across the alley, hoping there was no cars speeding down and then on into the library, while anyone could park right directly in front and walk up the stairs. So class picked this, and this had been addressed before in city council, but the class addressed it, um, went to the city council, kind of raised a little bit of a fuss, and it got adjusted, and they currently accessible parking is the entire front of the library, and now there are ramps on both sides. So letting the outcome determine the strategy. Here are a few resources. Everything else that I mentioned, I have put in the announcement. This is a lesson builder, objective builder rather, from ASU, and the whole website is very good. You may just want to take a look around, but this is something that it can affirm what you're doing, or you can get on there and kind of see the value of something like this, putting in the outcome, what the cognitive domain is, and then looking and seeing what they come up with. And it may just reinforce and affirm what you're doing, or it may come in handy down the road as you're putting things together. Here are two books that I recommended. I didn't put these in the announcement, as you have this information here if that's something you wanted to look at. Now let's take a look at a few assessment strategies or approaches. One is publish and cherish. What I typically do in my online classes are I have headers on the class or a course banner, and I'll jump ahead and show you. For example, this module 5, and I will ask particular students to work ahead. And at the beginning of the semester, I have a list of all the modules in the course, and then I just let students sign up for the week or module that they want to do a course banner for the module. And it allows them to look ahead. It allows them to synthesize the module, and then it also gives them a publishing credit. As you can see here, this is something that they can take with them when they go. And here's an example of others that they can use. So it allows for synthesis, it's assessment, and I give them points for it. It's 20 or 25 points, so that it's not just like in their mind, just a throwaway assignment and just kind of do something. They actually lean into it, and it can kind of be fun. And if I have a large class and there's 3 or 4 people per week or per module, then I kind of have a fun little thing where I reveal on a Monday morning, I reveal what the winner, so to speak, of the module is. And everybody kind of enjoys it, gets a lot out of it, but it's also a way for them to look at a synthesis or a key point coming up in the module that was curated by their peers. I've included an article at the end, and it's called Are You Listening, Please? By Lunt and Curran. One thing that I have found throughout assessment is kind of this rhythm that if I'm providing all my feedback on a keyboard, sometimes the feedback or length or depth of the feedback I give after 3 hours of grading is substantively different than what I do at the front end, just because I'm human. I get fatigued and I get tired of keyboarding. So in addition to the benefits, and I'll let you ascertain those from the article on your own, but in addition to what I believe are benefits from electronic audio or video feedback is that we can say, think, and feel and emote more into those modes of feedback than we can keyboard, which does require some interpretation and is often contingent on what the student or receiver thinks that you're saying, as opposed to hearing your emotion, hearing the emphasis. And so it also expedites matters on our end and provides quality feedback on the students' end. And students get a lot of white noise by text. They get email, they get text, they get a lot of things to read. So it's just a say a novelty factor, but it's a different way that they get feedback in an academic sense, but it's also a way they're very familiar with consuming content. Have a great day.